Hi everybody, it's Emily from D.I.Y. Basically, I'm just taking this little ring and turning it into this kind of ring. So hopefully you guys enjoy that one. Today we are going to be making some lip balm rings from these. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're little tattoo pigment cup holders and they come in ring forms like that. They're really small, which is actually really great if you want to get away with wearing some tiny jewelry, something like a little bit pretty, and depending on whatever your aesthetic is, you can just decorate it however you really want, which is kind of the fun thing about this. But I think that they're really fun. You can make them at parties, you can make them for the holidays, for birthdays, for Valentine's Day, all sorts of different special occasions, or because maybe it's wintertime, you just want to have something kind of fun and fashionable that you can easily access and then put your lip balm on or whatever, because like your lips get dry in the wintertime. At least they do in Canada for sure, where I live, so pretty dry here. But yeah, I also made some rings that look kind of like ring pops. I'm going to link where I got these down below from the person, but I don't believe they easily can access these. They were getting them from a specific store that may or may not be carrying them, that they were finding where they live. So I don't know if this is the best person, but I want to credit them anyways for giving me this. So that was really awesome that they got this for me, and I really appreciated it because I really wanted something that looked a little bit like a ring pop. Obviously you can pigment this even more if you want something like a brighter color, or you can add some lipstick to it. Try to make sure that if you're going to add some sort of lipstick to it, it's not something you've used or somebody else has used, something that's fresh and new. And specifically for this project, yeah, this is a really simple DIY. I found it was really fun to do, really easy. I did it pretty quickly. I did a bunch of them really quickly. It was just a small amount. I found it was really fun. You just need a couple of ingredients, at the most maybe 3 ingredients, at the least just 1 ingredient basically. What I used for this was Vaseline, which is really great. It kind of holds its shape, so you don't really have to put like beeswax or something like that in it. So you just use Vaseline, and you can use some sort of flavoring, which I actually went towards liquid flavor for water. I've seen people in the past do stuff like flavor crystals, so like the powder stuff. Whatever you find that's flavor that's actually okay to consume. But yeah, it's really simple, really fun, really easy. Kids can do it, or they can help you out with it if you think that they're too small for this sort of thing. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you really like my content, please consider liking and subscribing. If you really like it and you think somebody else is going to like it, please share my videos with others. I guess you guys probably want to see this DIY. It's a really short one. It's really fun, really great thing to sort of add to a goodie bag or like a stocking or something like that. I think it's really fun. So anyways, you guys probably want to watch the DIY, so I'll just be quiet and let you check that out. So on to the DIY. For the basics of this project, you will most likely need some sort of container to put this in. I got this from somebody online. I will probably link her links down below, although I don't know if she actually can easily get this stuff anyways. She was getting this from a specific store. But basically these are just little rings. They look like little ring pops in a way. They're kind of like little toys. They don't really fit on my finger. They might fit on my baby finger if anything. So these ones are really cool. And I think you can take the lid off of them as well, so those are really awesome, I think. So these are kind of really cool containers if you can find something similar to this online. So I got a bunch of these, but you don't have to get that. This is a little easier to find. They're basically tattoo ink or pigment rings, so you can stretch them out so they can fit on an adult's finger or a kid's finger. They might be best for young kids, but they're very small. You can probably get bigger ones and stuff online too, but the ones that I received were quite small, as you can see here. I'll put the links for this stuff down below as well, but but you can basically get something like this. They're quite clear, and if you want to, you can decorate it however you want. So I might show you a few different methods in this video. So there's that. You will also need, I really like the idea of getting some sort of Vaseline. So if you can find Vaseline, it's normally in the baby diaper aisle. It took me a while to find them, and my husband, he originally found this sort of stuff, which is Vaseline lip therapy. So you can also get stuff like this as well. So this is the original, and this is like a cocoa butter one. So that's kind of nice if you don't really want to add some sort of flavors to this. You can also get some lip flavors, but for this video, we're going to use this sort of stuff. You can get anything you want, but my husband picked these up for me at the grocery store. So they're just basically different flavor drops that you can add to water just to make your water taste a little bit better if you don't like the taste of water. I personally love the taste of water, so I don't normally have a use for this sort of thing. You know, there's also versions that are kind of powdery, but these are the liquid versions. So whatever you can find that's some sort of flavor that you can add to water is a really, really cool thing you can add to any kind of Vaseline to make like a lip balm. Another thing you might need is, depends on how many different flavors you're making, and I'm making like 4 flavors, so I'm just getting little tiny ramekin bowls, and I'm getting some little spoons. You can get bigger spoons if you want to. I'm just using these little cat spoons. I think those ones are really fun. So again, I might keep this one, the cocoa butter one, I might keep that one just on its own the way it is, and I may not flavor that one. But if you're just going to use some Vaseline, just straight up Vaseline, and again, you can get the small version too if you want to, but if you want to use a straight up Vaseline, just basically open it up and you scoop a bunch of that in. And again, you can make this unflavored too. If you really don't know what somebody's going to be into, like flavor wise, or you think somebody's just going to want regular unscented stuff, that's perfectly fine as well. But I'm just basically going to scoop a bunch of the Vaseline into these containers. It doesn't have to be this much either, but if you want to make a lot of them, which I've got a lot of containers, you can definitely do that. Got a lot of containers, but they're all really small, so you really don't need that much in general. So it's gonna be so easy to make this project. There's a Nestea version. I'm gonna put each of their flavors right beside it so I know what's what. So there's Nestea, Peach Mango from President's Choice. That might be hard to find for people who aren't Canadian. A lot of President's Choice stuff are Canadian brand. So there's President's Choice Pink Lemonade, and then there's a Crystal Light Blueberry Drink Mix. So these are all different brands, but they all smell really good from what I can smell. So just try to open them all up. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. Woohoo! Okay, well I guess this one's going to be the pink lemonade one. Let's just switch that around. So that's pink lemonade. That was entertaining. Hopefully that won't do the same thing. Okay, so this one's the Crystal Light. This is the iced tea, and this one is the peach. So I'm just gonna do the peach first. It doesn't mix very well, mainly because there's not a lot in there, probably. I'm sure if you put a lot in there, then it will probably mix really well. It's not easy to mix just like a small amount like this. So this smells like peaches. It smells really good. You don't even have to use a spoon for this. You can even use like a popsicle stick or something like that to stir. Any sort of stir stick, I guess. You could do that. So I'm just gonna mix that guy roughly, and then I'm just gonna mix this guy as well. This one's the Nestea. So this is kind of like a nice lemony iced tea flavoring. I'm gonna have to try all of these guys out later and see if they taste good. I'm just gonna sort of stir it on the side here because there's not a lot again. You can make like big batches if you want to. That's perfectly fine. So it looks gross, but it's actually gonna be pretty good, I think, in the end. I bet you this one's gonna be really pretty. Yeah, this one's quite pretty in comparison to the other ones. The other ones are like this weird brown color. And that one actually probably mixed the best too out of everything. It's really nice. And I'm just gonna get another little spoon for this guy. Found another sort of smallish spoon. If you want to, you can wear gloves for this as well. I'm not trying to touch it. I'm just going to try to use the spoon more than anything. So this is almost like a bluey gray color, which is interesting. Trying to get a lot of that flavoring in there, trying to mix it around as much as you can. If you need to, you can definitely get another spoon to like help you out. You can just wipe it down with a paper towel or any kind of cloth, really. Okay, so let's try to load up some rings here. So I'm just gonna use these little tattoo rings. My favorite so far is this pink one. And again, you can fill up so many of these. Just fill them up pretty much to the top and just press it down in there. And then if you want to, you can wipe this away around the rim here with a paper towel. And there you go. Oops. And you put it on, it might come out the other side a little bit, so just be careful there. You can always try to, you may want to scoop out a little bit there, just so that it can actually close the lid. I want to put a little bit in there and try to close the lid if you can. Sometimes the lids aren't the best at closing in general on these things if you got some cheap ones. Probably should have checked to see if that was okay still. If it could close, but anyways, it's not closing easily, which is not great. Yeah, so make sure that they can close first of all. If they all have the ability to close, that's great. I think I just have too much in here. It might slip off pretty easily, mainly because it's Vaseline and it's gonna make things pretty slippery. Try to wipe this down so you can close it a lot better. I'm gonna see, because these ones we already tested out to see if we can actually put the lids on. I'm gonna see if these other ones will work out fairly well with this. So this one looks like the lid's coming down, but I think it's the Vaseline that's making it a little hard to close. Before you even close it, try to wipe this off, everything if you can, around the lid, and hope that can close. Oh, there we go. That one closed. So maybe the other one wasn't easy to close because we didn't really test it out beforehand, but that one seems to close pretty well. Okay, so that one's on there. I think I'm gonna get another one of these guys, hopefully one that closes, and then try this again. So let's give this a whirl and see this one. That one seems to close. Okay. Let's try this again. Just fill it up a little ways. And sort of smooth that out and clean up the edges before you close it. Try to pack it in there as much as you can, but also scrape a little bit off the top so it's not overflowing. Get a little bit of a divot happening at the top, just a little bit. Okay, let's try that and see if that works. Okay. Anyways, so that closed pretty well. The other one, not so much, but let's try these other rings. Anyways, I got that guy. So that's the blueberry razzleberry, I guess. It's like some sort of raspberry blueberry by Crystal Light. And there you go. That's the peach mango one. So yeah, you can keep on going and making a whole bunch of different rings if you wanted to. And then if you want to decorate them, that's something fun you can do as well. That's basically how you make those little rings. And then you can just sort of pop them open and use them however you want. So if you want to, you can just go the simple route. You can just sort of maybe paint the sides if you want to, or you can leave it clear. I like the clear, especially if you want to go really simple. You could do whatever you want on the side. You can make it look like a pie or something, like I kind of did similarly in the Trivia Pursuit pie video, because maybe it smells like pie or something, depending on what kind of flavor you've got. I'm just going to use, there's different types of gems. Obviously, there's all different shapes and sizes and things. You know, you can do a bunch of little tiny ones. I might just do one big one on here. And if you want to, you can even get like a bigger stick or two that takes over this entire thing. But that's kind of like a fun one you can sort of do. You can even do little heart-shaped ones. That might be kind of fun. But yeah, this would be really fun for kids to decorate, I think. You can do this great little teardrop shape as well. Another thing you can potentially do, if you want this to be super fancy, take like little gems, and you can sort of put a bunch of gems all the way around here. I find these are a little bit big, so you may not actually want to go with these particular gems, but you may want to get even smaller ones and sort of put that all the way around there. But yeah, maybe get some sort of more solid glue and then just sort of glue that on there as well. For the peach, I'll do like an orangey peach color just so I can tell them apart. And for this guy, this is like the iced tea one, so I'll do almost like a nice yellowy brown color. Or again, you can get like an already existing package that kind of looks like a ring. You can even, I'm not going to do this on the video, but if you wanted to, you can have a flavored or unflavored one and then just add like a touch of a lipstick color, whatever lipstick color you want that's highly pigmented. Mix that around obviously in the bowl like I was doing earlier, and that would probably make like a really, really pretty color that you can probably put in here. So it'd be either flavored or unflavored, as I said. That would actually look really, really pretty, I think, in the ring. Yeah, so these are really cool, really simple, really pretty, fun. Again, you can make this with kids. They can make some for their friends, and they're really, really fun to make. I think people would have a ball making this sort of stuff. As you can see, they're really, really cute, really, really pretty. You can decorate them however you want, even more so than I did. But yeah, they're really fun and easy and simple to do. And then you can just pop them open. So you can even put, if you want to, you can put blush or eyeshadow pigments in here as well. I think there's like a way of doing it. I'd have to look it up, but there's probably some sort of like oil drops and stuff you can actually put in there and sort of like pack down the eyeshadow or blush. You can put lipstick in here. As I said, you can mix lipstick into this this. If you're going to be giving this away to friends, maybe try to not get lipstick that you've already used. If you want to do that for yourself, then that's one thing, but try not to use something that you've already used, especially in COVID times. It's not always a great gift. If you're going to get some sort of lipstick, try to get something that's fresh and new and you haven't used it. Nobody else has used it if you're going to be making big batches for people. But yeah, they're really, really fun, really, really cute, and I really, really like this project. It's very simple. So I ended up just putting a bunch of the pink one in here, basically the same sort of way that I did the others. There's a lot more room to put a bunch of this in. Again, you can make like a bunch with the smaller ones, and you can make a little bit with these larger containers. So if you get kind of similar containers to this, you can definitely make a lot more. It's going to be a larger ring, so if that's your thing. I don't know if I can really fit it. I mean, this one you can adjust too, but I don't really want to bend it too much. Definitely can only fit it on my pinky finger. Yeah, it's kind of nice. So if you want, you have your lip gloss with you at all times. The other one's a lot smaller, so therefore it's a lot easier to get away with like a tinier ring with it, but it's a lot less of the actual product. But yeah, if you kind of make this with a bunch of people and then gift it after making it, then they know how to make it and they can make their own. They can make new batches and stuff like that in the future. So I think that that'd be really, really cool, really, really fun. But it's a really, really cute thing to make at parties, or a really, really fun thing to gift to people for all sorts of different occasions. But it's like a little cute thing that you can make somebody really fast and really easily. Both of them turned out really, really cute. Yeah, so that's my DIY, guys. The thing that I really, really wanted to sort of bring up in this video was I wanted to talk about further decorating this sort of stuff, because I mentioned in the videos you can make something look like pies and stuff like that really, really easily, and with similar methods that I used in the Trivial Pursuit video that I made. You can do that. I was also thinking, because I had an iced tea one that's actually really, really tasty. A lot of them were flavored really well. They tasted really good. The pink one, the pink lemonade one, I don't know if I put enough in or not, but it tasted a lot more like Vaseline than anything. It was a very light flavor. You can taste a little bit of something in there, but it mostly tasted like Vaseline. Everything else tasted like it had a strong taste to it in a good way. So anyways, so there's like an iced tea one that I made. The iced tea one I thought would be really, really cool if you could basically make something that looked a lot like a teacup. If somebody likes really cutesy things, maybe just like a fun little face, or maybe plain white, or you can just do like little fun design or something on it. If you're really good at making stuff out of clay, you could potentially make something maybe right underneath the rim here so that it doesn't get in the way of closing the lid, but you could probably make something with like a air dry clay. If you get some Model Magic or something like that, and then you sort of put that around, maybe put some glue down first, put that around, and then let it dry. Also, if you use a non-toxic glue like the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, if you use that to glue down these little stickers, they'll probably be a little more permanent than just the stickers. They're pretty good though. The stickers aren't too bad. They're not really going anywhere. I find they're pretty sticky. So I'm gonna link those down below for you guys too, just in case you're interested in those. But yeah, I really think they're sticking well, which is really cool. So kids can just easily pop these on, and you don't really have to worry about glue or anything like that. You can make some kits really easily if you really wanted to for kids, teenagers, or even adults. I'm sure would enjoy these kits. And if you wanted to make your own, make a little kit to like DIY it at home or something, you could probably give them like a little tiny pot of Vaseline. This is just like a little small thing of Vaseline that my husband found. It's like a lip therapy thing. So you can get stuff like that. You can get a bunch of flavors in there. You can get one flavor that you think they're gonna enjoy, and then just like add a bunch of, because like I got like a whole bag of the little rings. I got like a big bag of them. So if you get a big bag like me, you can probably pop a bunch of these in that bag with the Vaseline, whatever flavor you want, and maybe some things to decorate, some little sticker packs or something. So it's starting to get kind of closer to Christmas time. I don't know if you noticed, but I have like a few here and there. I have like, oh, I think it's hard to see right here, but maybe you can see if I turn my camera a little bit. But yeah, I've got like a few, oh, there's one there too. A few little deer here and there, a little pink deer. Just for fun, in case you're really interested in Christmas time. I feel like to each their own with whatever they want to celebrate. Obviously, not everybody celebrates Christmas. I try to make my stuff for all year round, and I think that's kind of the beauty of my stuff. I try to make my stuff a little bit easily customizable so that everybody can really have fun with it and enjoy it and maybe make it themselves however they want, really. So hopefully you take my easy tips and you either make it easy if that's what you like, or you can make it elaborate if you want to do that too. Anyways, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I really, really hope you guys liked it. Yeah, if you're watching this during the holidays, please enjoy the holidays. Take care. Have a good one. Okay, bye.